I'm sure you've heard of the pronoun ne, but do you know how to use it? Well, if you don't, then just keep watching this video. Ciao a tutti, io sono Stefano and I am an Italian teacher. In today's video, we're going to talk about the particle or the pronoun ne. Now, ne has a lot of functions in Italian, so in today's video, we're gonna talk about the basics and we're going to talk about its first and main use. But before we start talking about ne, if you're new to the channel, welcome, benvenuto or benvenuta, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any future lessons. On my channel, I upload regularly videos about grammar, culture, vocabulary, expressions, and I also do vlogs. So if you want to see more about my life and what life is like in Italy, you should go watch my vlogs. You will discover some amazing things about Italy and Italian culture, and I will also show you some amazing places. My vlogs are completely in Italian, so they are a great way to improve your listening skills. But I also do offer Italian and English subtitles, so you can make sure you understand every single word. But now let's start talking about today's topic, ne. But before we talk about ne, we do need to talk about something else, the partitive. Now, if you don't know what the partitive, or in Italian partitivo, is, let's just go through it very quickly. The partitive, or partitivo, is used in Italian to describe a part of something, that's why partitivo, or something that is not specified in number, a quantity that is not specified in number. For example, if I say voglio del caffè, I'm not saying that I want all the coffee in the world, but I just want a part of it. So that's why I'm going to use di, the preposition di, plus the article. In this case, il caffè, so di plus il del caffè. But I can also say voglio delle mele. In this case, I'm using di plus the article le plus a plural noun. So when I use di plus the article plus a plural noun, I'm not saying that I want a part of something. I'm not saying that I want part of the apples. But I'm just saying that I want apples, some apples, but I'm not specifying the number of it. So when I'm using the partitive, di plus the article plus a singular noun, I'm just saying that I want a part of something. And when I'm using di plus the article plus a plural noun, I'm just saying that I want something that is not specified in number. So just some. Now, when I'm using the partitive with a plural noun, I can also use two other forms. I can use alcuni, alcune, and qualche. So if I say voglio delle mele, I can also say voglio alcune mele or voglio qualche mela. Is exactly the same thing. I'm still saying I want some apples. Now, the only thing you need to remember is that when you're using qualche, you need to use a singular noun with it. So I'm not saying voglio qualche mele. That is very wrong. I have to say voglio qualche mela. So I'm making mele singular and I'm saying mela. Voglio qualche mela. Now, this might be a little bit confusing because, of course, you still want some apples, not just one. I know, it might be a little bit confusing, but you have something similar in English as well. Think about the word every. So, for example, if you say that you go to the gym every day, you don't mean that you go one day, right? Because every day means, well, every day, so that is multiple days. But you're still using the singular version day. You're not saying every days. So you're using a singular noun, but the idea behind it is plural. Well, qualche works in the exact same way. If you say qualche mela, it's singular, yeah, but the logic, the idea behind it is plural, some apples. Alright, now that we have talked about the partitive partitivo, we can finally talk about ne, because ne is a pronoun that replaces a word used in a partitive sense or that is introduced by a number or an expression of quantity. When I say a number, I mean 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, whatever. And when I say an expression of quantity, I mean molto, tanto, poco, chilo, litro, and so on. Let me give you a few examples to better understand. Hai molti vestiti? Sì, ne ho molti. Hai molti vestiti? Sì, ne ho molti. Here I'm saying sì ne ho molti because in the answer I have an expression of quantity. Molti. So molti of what? Well, of clothes. And I don't want to be repetitive. I don't want to say clothes over and over again. So I'm just gonna use the pronoun ne to replace the word clothes. And the reason why I have to use ne and I can't use a normal direct object pronoun is because I have a quantity, molti. So do you have a lot of clothes? Yes, I have many. Many of what? Of clothes. Ne, sì, ne ho molti. Quante fette di pane vuoi? Ne voglio 3, grazie. Quante fette di pane vuoi? Ne voglio 3, grazie. How many slices of bread do you want? I want 3. 3 of what? Of slices of bread. So, ne, because in the answer I have a number, 3. So, ne voglio 3, I want 3 of them. Ne means of them, of the slices of bread. Hai molti amici? No, ne ho pochi. Hai molti amici? No, ne ho pochi. Do you have a lot of friends? No, I have few. Of what? Of friends, of them. That's why, since I have an expression of quantity, pochi, I'm gonna use ne. Vuoi dei cioccolatini? Sì, ne voglio 2, grazie. 2 of what? Of cioccolatini. And here I was using cioccolatini in a partitive sense. Dei cioccolatini. So that's why I'm going to use ne. Quanti mi piace hai ricevuto allo scorso video? Non ne ho ricevuti abbastanza. How many likes did you get on your last video? I didn't get enough. Enough of what? Well, enough again is a quantity and it's referring to mi piace, likes. So I'm going to say ne because I don't want to be repetitive and I don't want to say likes again. Non ne ho ricevuti abbastanza. I didn't get enough of them, of likes. Ne, non ne ho ricevuti abbastanza. So since I didn't get enough likes on my latest video, if you wanna support me, then you just need to press the like button. That's gonna help me tremendously because if you leave a like on my video, the YouTube algorithm is gonna understand that my videos are useful and are helping people. And then YouTube is gonna recommend my videos to even more people and my channel will grow. So if you wanna support me as a teacher and as a small creator here on YouTube, you just need to press the like button and that's gonna help me a lot. Grazie mille, davvero. Now let's go back to today's topic. One thing that you may have noticed is that when you have ne in the answer, you need to use a quantity. For example, if we go back to our first example, hai molti vestiti, you cannot say sì ne ho. That doesn't mean anything. You need to add the quantity and say sì ne ho molti, sì ne ho 2, sì ne ho 3. If you're not adding a quantity, then it's not gonna make sense. So yes, you can use ne in the answer, but if you have a quantity, you will have to specify that. You will have to specify how many, or just say molti, tanti, pochi. Otherwise, ne alone doesn't mean anything. I think that one of the hardest things to understand when you're learning ne is how to choose between le and the direct object pronouns. I actually made a video about direct object pronouns that you can see here somewhere, but I'll also leave the link in the description box below. So go watch that one to better understand what the difference between a direct object pronoun and ne is. But in general, a direct object pronoun just replaces a noun. Ne doesn't just replace a noun, but actually replaces a quantity. So for example, if I get asked, compri le mele, and I just want to say, yes, I buy them. I'm not saying a quantity. I'm not saying how many apples I'm gonna buy or the number. I'm just gonna say, yes, I buy them. I'm just replacing le mele. And in that case, I'm going to use a direct object pronoun and say, sì, le compro. Sì, le compro. I buy them. But if I get asked, quante me le compri? Or I wanna answer to the question, compri le mele with a quantity or a number, then in that case, in the answer, I will have to use ne. For example, ne compro 2, ne compro 3, ne compro 1 chilo, ne compro tante. So that is pretty much the main difference between a direct object pronoun and ne. Ne replaces a quantity. A direct object pronoun replaces just a noun. Last thing that you will have to remember about ne is when you're using ne, with a passato prossimo. Now, when you're using ne with a passato prossimo, you need to make sure that you're changing the past participle used in passato prossimo according to the gender and number of the quantity, the object, you replaced. So, for example, if I say hai mangiato la pizza, sì, ne ho mangiate due. Hai mangiato la pizza? Sì, ne ho mangiate due. Did you eat pizza? Yes, I ate two. Two of what? Of them, of pizza. So I'm going to use ne. Now, since ne is replacing the word pizza, but actually it's replacing the word pizze, because I'm saying that I ate due pizze, and pizze is feminine and plural, I will have to change the past participle mangiato in mangiate, so the feminine and plural version. Or, for example, quanti libri hai letto quest'estate? Ne ho letti 3. Quanti libri hai letto quest'estate? Ne ho letti 3. Well, here we've got the same thing. I'm saying, how many books have you read this summer? And then I want to say, I've read 3 of them, of books. But now, since I'm using the verb leggere in the past, ho letto, and letto is the past participle, I will have to change the past participle letto according to the gender and number of the word that I replaced. In this case, libri. Since libri is masculine and plural, that is why I'm going to say letti. That's why ne ho letti 3. Ne ho letti 3. Now, this one that we covered today is one of the most important and common uses of ne in Italian. Of course, ne is also used in other ways in Italian. So if you want me to make another video on ne and you want me to describe more advanced topics, just let me know in the comments below. Now, the more advanced uses of ne are actually for more advanced students. So my question for you is, do you want me to make the next video on ne in Italian or in English? Just let me know in the comments below and I'll think about it. Alright, we are done for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like because it's gonna help me tremendously with my channel. And if you don't want to miss any future lessons, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to see you in the next lesson. Ci vediamo nella prossima lezione. Ciao!